However, there are offline things available, including the camera. So you can always take the camera photos over there from the rear camera. It will take some amount of time, as it did as of now, and you can always share the camera photos. You can also share your location. So here we have the camera interface, and I can show a photo which I can take from this device. Again, this is a fixed focus camera, so you cannot focus, but let me just show you the quality of the photo. So we have just taken this photo, and this is how the photo will look like. I would say this is a pretty good photo, especially for a 2 megapixel camera phone. It does have pinch to zoom. The touch sensitivity of the display is again not that great because it is TFT display, not IPS panel. Again, you cannot expect much on this price point. The display is okay. When it comes to the picture clarity is not that great, but again, overall I would say the 2 megapixel camera on this phone works pretty okay. Especially we have taken this photo in low light in an indoor room with some artificial light. However, if you take the same photo in daylight, you will get better results. As far as shortcuts are there, the shortcuts are there to share it. So you can always share it on email. You can set a wallpaper, you can share it on Facebook, and you can also do a Bluetooth transfer of this image once you have taken a photo from the camera on this device. I can again go to the camera interface over there. So this is how the camera interface look like. It can record video in VGA quality. So FWVGA quality is something which you can get as far as resolution is concerned from the camera. So you can record photos as well as videos. So you can take photos. This is how the display will look like as far as taking a look over some of the high definition photos. So here we have some high definition photos, as you can see, and again I would like to say that the color production of this display is quite decent. The photos are looking good, especially if you have some high definition photos, you can actually load them like these ones. Again, they are optimized for the resolution on this phone, but you should be able to see some high definition photos. So as far as high definition videos are concerned, you cannot play high definition videos on this display. In case you would like to play that, that will be a disappointment for you. You cannot play that. As far as Play Store is concerned, you do have a Play Store on this device, which is again not going to be the Google Play Store, but it is called the Firefox Marketplace. Again, for this as well, you need internet connectivity. For most of the things which you would like to do on this phone, you will need internet connectivity, because all these applications which you see, including email, including Facebook, YouTube, these are going to require internet whenever you use them. As far as phone dialer goes, this is how the phone dialer look like. As you can see, you do have the option of making a call from here. It is a simple phone dialer, although you can always add more people, or you can add especially a number as a contact directly from here. You do not have the option of making a video call on this phone. This is something which I would like to tell you. As far as messaging application goes, this is how the messaging application look like. You can create a new message over here, and again let me just show you the keyboard. So this is how the QWERTY keyboard will look like. It is a basic QWERTY keyboard which you can use. You do have a pop-up which will come whenever you type on any letter. It might be difficult for you to actually type on this small display device at times, especially in the portrait mode. Let me see whether we can type in the landscape mode. So by default it does not rotate the orientation, and we will check this once we do the full review. So as of now I cannot type in the landscape mode, and again typing in the portrait mode is not that difficult, but especially if you have thick fingers, then it might be difficult for you to actually type on this phone. So when it comes to the video player, you do have a video player as well on this device, which is again an offline application. So in case you would like to play any video like this.
My name is John, and I'm here to show you an amazing new way for you to interact with your phone. Here to help me is.
So this is how the viewing angle will look like, especially whenever you play a video on this device. You have a volume bar over there which looks very cool. I would say the volume can be controlled from this button. And again, this is how the viewing angle look like. You may not be able to see the display from all the wide angles, but still the display is visible from front. And this is how the quality of the video playback and the sound will sound like when you play a video on this device. So one thing I would like to say that the loudspeaker is kind of loud. It is not very loud, it is not too great in terms of the sound quality, but it is definitely louder, especially from a smartphone which comes for 2000 rupees. So I can actually say that this is actually a smartphone for 2000 rupees, irrespective of which OS is running, because it does give you all the possibilities which you can actually do on a smartphone, which include messaging, which includes internet connectivity, which includes browser. You have a very good browser over there as well. So you have a Firefox browser which will come preloaded on this device, and this browser is optimized to run on this device, so you will not feel any problem while using it. You can just use it like any other browser which you have on your Android phone or any other smartphone which you have. So this is how the music player will look like with all these thumbnails. It definitely looks good, and I think we do have some content loaded on this device, as you can see. So this is how the overall loudness will be like when you play music video or music audio from this device. So looks good and sounds good as well. Again, it is not too great in terms of the sound quality, but decent enough for a smartphone of this type. Let's take a look over the settings now. We do have FM radio on this device, as we already told you. Again, the OS is kind of light, and I do not see any kind of lag on this device as far as OS goes. The interface is also quite responsive, so everything is lag free till now. You do have dual SIM manager over there, and this is how the notification center look like. You do have the option of controlling the music player from the notification panel directly. You have toggles over there for Wi-Fi, for data, for Bluetooth, for airplane, and you can directly access your settings from the notification center. And over here we have the option to toggle to the airplane mode. You have a geolocation which you can turn off. You have Wi-Fi over there. You have SIM card manager, where you can actually specify which SIM card you would like to use for data and which one you would like to use for calling. That also you can do on this phone. You have messaging application over there, and you can also specify which SIM card you would like to use for messaging. You can also specify which SIM card you can use for cellular data, and Bluetooth can also be turned off. Over here you do have the option of turning off the Bluetooth directly from the notification center, which is good. You do have internet sharing also supported, so you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot on this device and share the 3G internet. So this is something which I really like, because from a 2000 rupees phone, if you have a 3G SIM card, again, I'm not perfectly sure whether this device will support 3G. We will test that, but as of now we have some information that it will support 3G, so we will test that once we do the full review. As far as sound is concerned, so this is how the sound settings look like, and again, I can show you that sound settings does include the option of having a different volume for the ringer and notification, and you can have a different volume for alarm as well. You have other options over there. As you can see, you can control the camera shutter sound. You can actually control the sound, whether you would like to hear that when you record a video on this device. You have all these other options over there. And as far as sharing internet is concerned, you can actually create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot from the SIM card which you have inserted into this device. When it comes to display settings, I can show you the display settings over there as well. Again, you do not have automatic brightness on this device, because this device misses the front camera. It also misses the proximity and ambient light sensor. So again, you do not have the automatic brightness supported on this device. Again, don't expect much on this price point. When it comes to lock orientation, you can actually enable and disable the lock orientation. So in case you would like to have it rotated in, when you hold it like this, you can actually enable this. The keyboard was not rotated because of this, because this option was enabled. You can change the wallpaper from here directly. You can actually browse the wallpaper from the wallpaper which we have on this device. Some default wallpapers are there. You can set any of the wallpapers which come preloaded. You can also download more wallpapers, have it in the gallery, and you can set any wallpaper from the gallery as well. This is where the brightness comes, so you can control the brightness. And when it comes to the screen timeout, you can also control over the screen timeout in case you would like to do that. As far as notifications are concerned, this is how the notification look like. You can actually set them to show on the lock screen, or you can actually disable them as well. And when it comes to the keyboard, you have a QWERTY keyboard. You can actually install more keyboards, but built-in keyboard is something which we already showed you. You do have screen lock enabled, so in case you would like to have a screen lock, in case you don't want to see that, you can always do that. You have a passcode lock option also, so you can set a passcode in case you would like to have a password protected screen locking mechanism on this phone. When we talk about the do not track, we do have the option of enabling this option over there, in which whenever you visit a website, you will not be tracked. There will be no history maintained on the device. So in case you don't want to track, or in case you don't want others to see which web pages you have visited, you can always go and check all these options so that they do not track it. So this is how you can check it. You do not tell the websites and apps that anything about tracking preferences. Basically, it will not track which website you are visiting, and on the basis of which no other website or cookies will be able to collect the data from the smartphone. We have USB storage as well. So again, I'm not sure what is this, but I think this turns the USB functionality so that you can connect it to a PC and you can transfer the data. So when it comes to the storage area, now here we have the storage area and we have the application storage area. Out of approximately 256 MB of internal storage which we have on this device, we have around 72.9 MB available to the user. So OS itself is taking a good amount of memory. Total available area on the storage is going to be 72.9 MB, out of which 7.1 MB is being used by application, and you have approximately 65.8 MB area where you can actually install application. Applications on this phone are actually not very heavy. They are normally less than 1 MB in terms of the size, or maybe max up to 2 to 3 MB. So all these applications are web enabled, so they will not take much of the area on the phone. So again, you can go to Firefox store and install more applications on this phone. As far as media storage is concerned, this is the SD card. So we have inserted an SD card of 4 GB on this device, out of which approximately 3.5 GB is available as of now. So you can insert an SD card and you can store all the picture, videos and other data on the SD card. You do have a battery indication over there. You can enable the power saving mode. So this phone, a 2000 rupees phone, actually has a power saving mode which we normally don't see on any other 2000 rupees phone. So this is definitely a very good phone, I would say. For this price, you have the current level which it is displaying as of now. Again, I think you cannot see this display indication over there on the status bar, but you can see it over there on the battery settings once we go over there. And you do have a power saving mode. So power saving mode will actually allow you to have more battery backup on this device. You can also turn this thing automatically on. So in case 5% of the battery is left, you can have the power saving mode on.